Time I see a scout or somebody I know from another club that's at the ballpark early like today, I always go over to them and say, what do you see? What do you see? Because we get so close to it.
Yeah.
And every day we're with these guys, and sometimes you can't see the forest from the trees, and it's always insightful. I make sure it's the guy that I kind of trust his opinion a little bit, but it's always insightful, the perception of us from afar as opposed to right on top of, and it's very educational.
I don't care how you try and be independent, Buck. I would think, even from a position that I'm in, far removed from you down in the dugout, but there are prejudices in your mind, not prejudice in terms of people, but of what you want to happen, what you want to see, that kind of thing. That's there, right?
Yeah, you want it to happen every day, every time, and you want to win all 162.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody gives you that case of rafting. It's just one of those games you didn't play with. It happens in 162 games. No, it can't happen. And that's what drives you. Is we're trying for perfection in a sport and in a world that is impossible, but it doesn't keep you from trying. And there are periods where it comes together and you feel like you really got it going on.
Yeah.
That's why I try to tell people who haven't been, in clubhouses for years. There's times where you can walk through a clubhouse and there's a feel you get when you got it going on, so to speak. And there's times when you walk through there and you might have won your share of games, but something's just not quite right. There's just not quite that feel that a loss is a fluke and a win is expected. And, you're always trying to bridge that gap.
How does this day feel in the clubhouse?
Feels good, because we've gotten, we're starting to get everybody back connected. John's at Scopes the connection, Matt's a connection, JJ healthy, and you just want to be as good as you're capable of being. But the teams that just say, hey, look at these 9 guys we have to start the season, we're going to be pretty good, and look at these 5 starters, and look at these 7 bullpen guys, you better have the what ifs taken care of, because I'd be real curious to know how many times teams actually play with their projected team over the course of 162, and what you do those other games is very important. And that's why I feel good about our guys, is we are able to withstand some nicks and challenges along the way, and I look at them as all self-inflicted when they happen.
State of pitching, both starting and pen.
Good. I think that's what's kept us engaged. It's been pretty consistent. I don't spend a lot of time comparing it to other people, because it's about us, and what the other teams are doing in our division to me is a given of good things. It's about us and what we've got to do to stay engaged in the competition. But we feel like it's been a strength for us. There's been some hiccups. Not everything's played on paper. What should be, because what somebody did last year doesn't always play out. Think about how boring it'd be if you could wire it exactly. Well, whatever happened last year, this guy's going to win this many games. The ERA is going to be this again. It reminds you every day that it's played by human beings and not by a bunch of machines.